Hi, hello. Hold on. Hey, wake up. Hi. Hey, it's me. It's the weasel who is still sick with the two C's. SICC. But yeah, hi, hello. I see Stripex. Hi, Stripex sent a hey Rick emote. Roger, hi. Roger says, "OMG, you're so sick." I know. Stripex says sick white chest. Um, and Starbucks says this gives me running in the '90s vibes. Yeah, what the hell was that song? I was trying to remember when I heard it in the game, but I can't think of it. Like I can't remember where I heard it. I've forgotten most of Origami King actually. Hi Scrappy, hello. Scrappy says hi Wheeze. Sorry to hear you're still sick. I mean, yeah, I figured I would still be sick for some reason or another. But it's fine. I'm fine. Um, I think the only, I would say the only symptom, but not really. There's like there's symptoms all over the place. Nose is still stuffy. My nose feels more like a plum than usual. So like, you know, plum, plum nose. Shavik says, I think it was when you were trying to lure the whole punch out with music. You remember more about that game than I do. But yeah. So yeah. Oh, another thing I got is like my throat is kind of weird. It doesn't hurt. It's definitely feels congested. Mm. And it feels powdery or dusty. If that makes any sense. Yeah. Scrappy says honk the nose or eat it. No, no, don't eat my plum nose. No, no plum. Plum gun. Scrappy says I do and I don't know why. It happens. But yeah, let's get this game going. Okay, so last time I think, oh yeah, I was about to escape this cave. So I guess I've been stuck for 2 days in here. At least I had a camera up. And you know, camera up be warm. Alright, camera up, time to do your job. Burn it down, burn it. Also, hi Chip, hello. Chip says, hello, sick wheeze. I am sick wheeze. Oh boy, Krista Cave. Actually, swine up. Mammo swine. Ow. Scrappy says weasel. Yeah, as in wheezing. Too easy, but it had to be said. I mean, I'm not wheezing, but I'm weasel. Shavik says coughing and wheezing. Oh boy, hold on. I can see something bad about to happen. I can see the boots of a dim sum. Come on, don't make me repeat myself, you warmly bundled fellow, you. Hand over that Empoleon and make no fuss about it. I need that Empoleon for getting out to Almia Castle. I said I won't, and I meant it. This Empoleon is injured, it needs treatment. Put a little spit on it. That and a bandage will fix it. But okay, alright, you made your point. If that's how you feel. I'll set my Houndoom on you with this mini Remo with the control set on attack. Click a tap, click... my fingers are freezing. Click, clack, enter. What's wrong, Houndoom? Who might you be? Some hand-wringing do-gooder whining, "Oh, please don't fight." You thinly dressed ranger, can your frozen hands handle your styler? Clicka, tika, click, and enter. Houndoom, go after the ranger first. Oh crap. Huh. I want to peg you with a snowball. Hard. I want to cut this to where it only says I want to peg you. That's how I feel about this. Thanks for saving me. I'm the leader of a Pokemon research team. Call me Pamor. Pamor? Everyone else does. You see, the name Pamor is just a nickname. My only son is named Murph, and since I'm his dad, they arrived at Pamor. Oh. Anyway, what can I help you with? Oh, right, I see. You work at the union, too. It seems you helped me out. The way you probably have to bail Murph out. I'll thank you for the both of us. But those dim sum bullies, what do they want with Almia Castle? The castle has been abandoned since it became encased in ice a long time ago. It makes no sense to go there now. What an odd bunch. By the way, as a way of showing thanks, let me invite you to our Shiver Camp. It'll be a little warmer inside our huts. Come rest out of the cold for a bit. The camp's this way. I don't know who named it, but this is it, our aptly named Shiver Camp. This is home to our research team. Our heaters are cheap junk, it's cold even inside our huts. The dome hut at the back is where I live. Other than the cold, it's comfortable. Those creeps that attacked me were from Team Dim Sum? Come to think of it, the Almia Times wrote about them. Almia Times Volume 10, Team Dim Sum Exposed. Team Dim Sum Crime Map. Where are the abducted Pokémon? Giga Remo, Pokémon Mind Control? What motivates Team Dim Sum? The world's turning into a less and less friendly place, it seems. So, how is my son Murph doing? Is he well? I hope he is not causing too much bother for everyone. I know I'm being overprotective of my son, but I do worry. What was that? Murph's blue pendant? Oh, that, yes. That was a souvenir for Murph, since I can only visit him occasionally. The pendant was handmade by Mrs. Winter, who lives nearby. She's a sweetheart, that old lady. Just chatting with her warms me down to the cockles of my heart. The what? To all of us in the research team, she is like an emotional stove. It wouldn't hurt for you to visit Mrs. Winter. She can probably tell you more about the pendant than I can. When I finish treating Empoleon's injury, I'll follow your trail. I'd like to see Miss Winter too. Miss Winter lives in a log cabin in the snowy field of Hia Valley. Okay. Oh, hold on. Let me do a thing first. Do-do-do-do. Okay. Sorry. Okay, let's see. At the north up end of Hia Valley, you'll find the ice lake. On the far side of the lake stands Almia Castle. The whole castle is encased in ice. It's as if it were made of ice. Oh, you don't have a fridge that I can check? This monitor shows a burning fireplace. Does anybody remember that those things were actually a thing? Like really, on the Wii, on the Wii Shop channel, they actually sold like fireplace things. So there were like quote unquote games that were actually just fireplaces. I wanted to do a stream of those, but I actually never bought one of those. We know surprisingly little about the Pokemon of the North Country. Welcome to Shiver Camp. There's nothing here, but you're welcome. At least they're honest. I love how even inside, the operator is like bundled up. We found this old cylindrical stove buried in the snow. We brought it back, loaded it up with firewood, and got it going. It's working great. It's warm. I didn't say it's warm. I said it's warm. The dials on this weird-shaped stove are pretty strange. It has settings like gather, rampage, march, dig, and so on. Why would a stove need all that? It only has to get warm. Wait. There. Starbucks says, I'm trying to think of why anyone would buy one of those. Oh, look. It's quite amusing survey data on the sneezes of Pokemon. Oh, oh my gosh, we found a new research point in this, the Pokemon series. This is this sneeze research station. It's packed with snowballs. Are they for an inboard snowball fight? Really? Scrappy says, I feel like my parents would have back then. I don't know why. Shrek says, like, yeah, there's shovelware, but even that is playable in theory. I mean, nowadays we have like YouTube videos that are just that, right? Back then, I guess people just couldn't have a video running that long. Remember, videos on YouTube were not longer than 10 minutes. I remember those days. Sorry. Shark says, I guess when you have limited space, it helps to consolidate. Yeah. It's spherical. Prim plop. Starbucks says, that's a good point. Back in the day, I used to download YouTube videos, but they were in this weird FLV format. I remember needing a special player just to be able to watch them. This field didn't even try. Also, hi Drohan, hello! Drohan, thanks for the sub. 12 months, wow. Drohan says 12 months, a whole years of woozle goodness. My, how time flies when being silly animals. I mean, that's what makes things so fun. Shark says round son. Delbeard. Johan says it's the Santa Pokesona. Whoa. Dim Sum. Wait, are they not? Oh yeah, they are. Something's wrong. I'm sure this is where I put the Gigaremo. Where we put the Gigaremo. It got buried under the snow. Let's forget about that Gigaremo and go. I'm freezing here. Oh. Funny. I need to hit this tree too. Oh boy. Bye. Sick weasel. Sick weasel. Another delivery. Never mind, it's not worth it. Okay. It's hard to believe, but a lady lives here, where the snow stays deep all the time. Her name's Mrs. Winter. Oh. Oh, give me something more to work with. Past here, you'll need a Pokemon like an Empoleon to advance. Oh, like, yeah, I think I know what's going on. I was trying to... Okay. Also, sorry. Recently, I watched a High School Musical, and the songs are still very fresh in my mind. Usually, you can find an Empoleon here. We've taken it under protection because it injured its wing. Okay, Empoleon. Gotta love the DS sound chip. Yep, this is it. It's Mrs. Winter's log cabin. You don't have to be shy about it. Go right on it. On in. On in. Oh, hello. It's a rare occasion to see a ranger. Mrs. Winter, this ranger works alongside my son. Oh, a friend of Wee Murph? My. Well, our friend here was wondering about the blue stone in a pendant you made. The small blue stone? When I was a child, we called those small stones, well, shards. Tears of princes. They were considered symbols of good luck. We were delighted if we found any. In the Almia region, there's an old folk tale. When I was a little girl, everyone knew it from a children's storybook. That storybook faded from view over the ages. The folktale was eventually forgotten too. Even I can only remember the folktale vaguely now. The folktale was titled, I believe, The King of Almia and the Three Princes. When deep darkness did arrive in the kingdom of Almia, the prince in blue stood. He willed himself to shine with light, a light that turned darkness into light. Was that how it went? I don't remember what the other two princes were doing or where they were. I'm sorry I can't help you with this. I read that storybook so long ago. There's one thing. The name Tears of Princes that they gave to the Bluestones. That is somehow tied to the ancient folklore. That I remember clearly. That sounds like an interesting fairy tale. Yes, that's what it was. Merely a fairy tale. But that blue stone, I really did find it near Almia Castle when I was a wee girl. When people saw it, they believed that it must come from a giant blue crystal. Many daredevils went searching for the crystal in the castle, but without success. They all had to give up and turn back. Those were the days. Small blue stones named the Tears of Princes. A giant blue crystal from which the Tears of Princes came. Even if one's not a daredevil, that's an intriguing and exciting tale. Sunset is soon, so we should be leaving. We'll put our ranger up at Shiver Camp. Thanks for that interesting story, Mrs. Winter. Wait, I need to see her. Oh no, I wanted to see her fridge. Oh man. Yeah. Sorry. Rohan says, I heard Wussel singing High School Musical. He's getting his head in the game. Stick to the status quo. Bet on it. Trevor says, Tears of the Princess, like that new Zelda game. Scrappy says, sound like a fairy tale they'd make an episode out of in some 2000s kids show I would be nostalgic for. I was just thinking that it did sound like an actual like Pokemon anime episode. You know they would have something like that. The next day. Hey Ranger, are you awake yet? You got a visitor who wants to thank you. Come on outside. Spin. He's spinning. Okay, bye. Would you look at this? Empoleon's back to full health after getting helped by our leader in Dew. Let's meet again at Ice Lake. That Empoleon waited for you to wake up. He must have wanted to thank you. That's the right call. The Empoleon ran circles around us, hoping to make its feeling known to us. Isn't that the same as how rangers do that looping thing with their stylers? It's quite an interesting behavior. Anyway, we both got our own investigations to carry out. I hope your day is fruitful, Ranger. Voicemail, I say. Rick, good morning. We received your report last night. Using your information, we managed to get further into deciphering that diary. We were able to identify the words blue gem. The large blue crystal that Mrs. Winter spoke of last night. Could that large blue crystal be the blue gem? So you must get it. The blue gem, if it exists at all, you must get it. My goodness, it's not like me to get this excited. Excuse me, if you will. Ah yes, there's another thing. A message from Murph's father. Tell him his son is doing admirable work for the Ranger Union. Strybeck says, you know, I was half expecting Mrs. Winter to be a Frostlass. Rohan says, at Scrappy, it would sound like the plot of a Pokemon movie. Scrappy says, I guess, but the fact they address it as a traditional folk story fairy tale kind of thing makes it seem less likely to be a plot for a Pokemon movie / episode. Though I bet it could work somehow. Scrappy, there's a few episodes of like the old timey like Pokemon anime, like probably from the first seasons. Remember the there was one episode like the Maiden. What was the name of that episode? The Ghost of Maiden's Peak. Whoa. Where did this Staraptor come from? But yeah, that one was based... That was an episode based on like a story. Like, they got to the place, they heard the story, and then they were like, is this a legend? Did this actually happen? That's how I was thinking you could make it happen. There's also the movie... Lucario and the Mystery of Mew, which also like is also based around not like a fairy tale, but like actual like history, actually past history on you know, wars and stuff. So you can actually use like old legends and stories to kickstart a plot, a modern plot. It's fun. It's a fun way of doing it. Also, hi Ruggiero. Hello. Ruggiero says hello. Rohan says as Ruggiero, hey, it's Ruggiero. And Shabak says, the Legend of Maiden's Peak. That's the one, thank you. Scrappy says, I have Orange Island Adventures on DVD or whatever, back when I was still into Pokemon, and I only watched it like once when I was sick. I don't know much about the Pokemon anime series at all, unfortunately. Scrappy says, now I feel stupid for not knowing about any of this Pokemon lore, huh? I mean, it goes ages. It's ancient. Shrevek says, never mind, I looked it up and the word in the title was Ghost. Yeah, no, I knew it was Ghost of Maiden's Peak. But yeah, no. The lesson here is, yes, old legends and stories can kickstart plots in a modern anime. Well, like in anime episodes. In stories. Stories in general. Stories in general can be kickstarted from a telling. Isn't that how most RPGs function? Hi, Empoleon. That was easy. Strawbeck says, but yeah, the anime had plenty of episodes devoted to a local legend or some kind. Yep. Scrappy says, okay, yeah, my bad. My assumption was dumb, lol. And then a flustered face. Or something. Checkmate. Possums. Actually, I don't need to leave yet, so bye, Staraptor. Ryu says, I have two stories of how two cities got its name that I'll reserve for maybe future project inspirations. Yeah, that's fun. You can see the castle on the other side of the lake. I think that castle's something to see, but not to visit. There are things that make it tough to even get close to that castle. First, there are big blocks of ice floating in the lake. Even a strong Empoleon has to ram the ice blocks at full speed to shatter them. Complicating things are whirlpools that dot the lake. If you get caught in one, it will suck you back to the start. Watch out for them. Why does this seem like my nightmare? Zrebek says Shah met. The possum is... well, he looks dead at any rate. I'm scared. How do I ram? Oh. Oh, there's the whirlpool. Okay. This music is interesting. This game has a very peculiar soundtrack. Okay, there we go. Scrappy says, I wonder if Scrappy would be the type to roll his eyes whenever someone's like, look, a possum, he's gonna play dead, do the play dead thing. Scrappy says, I thought of writing something like that for my skunk character, Simon, in which he gets really annoyed whenever a normie's all like, oh no, a skunk so stinky, ew, he's gonna fart. Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point, 111. Scrappy says the species in my world probably would hate the stereotypes about them, lol. Yeah, it ain't fair. Okay. I wonder if it's smart to go back. Well, maybe I missed something. Nope, there was nothing here. Never mind. So there's like doorways. I'm just gonna take this one. Oh, cool. This one, I assume, takes me back where I started. I'm looking at the map. Okay, never mind this. Okay, ah! No! Oh, damn it. Oh, the ice comes back. Oh, that sucks. Oh, that really sucks. Okay, gotta be careful with the whirlpools then. I don't like that. Oh no. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No! Okay, do not go through the middle. I hate this. Okay, how do I do this? Strybeck says that reminds me of a homebrew race I've been working on for 5th edition. Or 5e. They are based on skunks and many of them are skilled alchemists, so it's common for them to have the scent of chemicals. Scrappy says, ooh, sounds neat. Alright, okay, I think I can... Okay, I think I can do this. Eep. Okay, I don't think I need to break this. Ah! Oh, I think I need to go like full speed. Oh, if you change screens, the ice respawns. Okay. Oh boy. Okay. Okay. Okay, I did it. I think I did it. Chip says, we'll see if this is a good or bad ice level. I am already kind of scared. TBH. Yeah. Oh no. What did I do? Oh fuck. No, this is gonna take me back to where I was. There's two options here. I take the left or the right. Okay, I'm gonna go this way. Huh? Okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. Scary. Okay, let's see. Oh, I don't like that. No. Okay, okay, I think this is the safe option. The safe option is doing this. There. Shavik says it looks like a more complicated version of Seafoam Iceland's puzzle. Yeah. Oh, remember... Oh man, does anybody remember Pacific Log and like its surrounding areas? That was so bad. The currents, the water currents in Hoenn give me nightmares to this day. Scrappy says, do game developers always have to make levels/areas involving water such a pain in the ass? Shavik says, I doubt they're doing it on purpose, but it's way too easy to make water mechanics annoying. Alright, what's here? Empoleon. Well, yeah, of course there's an Empoleon. Whoa, solid snow. What is solid snow? Pilot, yeah, yes, you'll do. A bomb of snow. A bomb of snow. There we go. Scrappy says water level plus slow as auto scroll equals living nightmare. Sharvik says, is snow not by its very nature solid? Kind of. But I think it refers to, when like snow is freshly, like as snow that has freshly fallen is soft. Mm. um, Shrevik says, I like Obama snow. Me too. We used to call it Obama snow back in the day. Shrevik says, I don't know what it is, but it's something about it appeals to me. And I'm gonna need an Empoleon to get out of here. Stravik says maybe it's the fact Yetis are a kind of tree in this setting. You know what I want to do? I want to go apple picking. I remember it being kind of fun. Whoa! Okay, I'll take it. Oh no. How far back do I have to go? Okay, let's see. Can I stick to the right? Take an exit. Okay. 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 Okay, I think I did it. Okay. I swear, if you put a whirlpool in the end, I'm gonna cry. Okay. Cool. Whirlpool's bad. Hmm. Okay. Whoa. Okay, I messed up. I messed up. Whoa! Imagine not aiming that properly. Rohan says, also the Paliana update to Pokemon Go dropped while I was in Puerto Rico and I named all the lechonks I caught after Puerto Rican dishes. And who knew my poor country mountain town had so many Pokestops? Rohan says, I'm still in Puerto Rico, gonna fly back to Orlando tomorrow morning and return to my regularly scheduled Star Bear shenanigans. I paid my respects to Star Papa Bear. Okay, bye. Vulpix. Jinx! There we go. Raichu. That's a new one. Whoa, that was close. Oh, jeez. Recharge 4. That's a good recharge. Oh, this is just... Oh, okay. I think this is going back. How do you get that Empoleon? Staraptor. And this must be the castle. Wow. Oh no. Hello? Want this door open? Ah, I see. Ew, come here. I wish my Chimchar had, like, field ability. So close to the level up. Oh yeah, I don't need Jinx. It's like, Chimchar, be useful, please. No field move. Get the blue gem. Oh, is this a dungeon? Is this a full-on dungeon? Another one. Okay. Psi Power 2. I may need Psi Power. It's a no-go. It comes to a dead end this way. The second floor corridor is also no good. It's impassable. That leaves us with no other choice. We have to deal with that block of ice. But that hunk of ice is huge. If we made snow cones out of it, we'd be able to feed like 403 people. Hey, that outfit. Sorry, hold on. Ooh. Hey, that outfit. What were they called again? Oh yeah, Pokemon Ranger, you came for a snow cone? Why would a ranger come here? There are no hints, answers, mysteries, or giant crystals here. You guys keep your mouths shut. You're terrifyingly apt to say too much. Houndour Trio. No, make that 4 just in case. Attack! Oh no. Oh boy. Okay, this one's gone. Oh, come on. Oh, damn it. I lost it. Almost had it. Stay still, please. No, crap. Okay, sorry, something got stuck in my eye. You guys are annoying. There. Bye. I'm not happy about failing to acquire our objective, but retreat for now. Okay. What a waste of my time. Oh, hi, Snowrunt. Snowrunt. You. I just wanted you for the dex. Alright, what's this about a dead end? A kitchen. Welcome to my kitchen. We have snow and ice. It's an ice-covered cupboard. It hasn't been opened in a long time. It's an ice-covered storage rack. It hasn't been opened in a long time. It's a Jinx. Who's hitting me? Is that a Scyther? I just noticed a Scyther. Hi, Scyther. Damn it. Stay still, please. Keep it going, keep going. Keep it moving, keep it moving. There we go. Shrubik says, this castle is surprisingly well kept for something that's been abandoned for centuries. I know. They always say, oh, this thing, it's so abandoned. And then it like, in really nice condition. Okay, Jinx, I don't need Jinx. That's a ladle. Or maybe a scooping thingy. Okay, let's see. Oh, that's a hunter. I thought it was something else. Burn 4. Raichu. Bullpix. Bullpix. Haunter. Oh, Wheezing. There we go. Wheeze. Wheezing is tackled too. I don't have any tackles. Okay, you're crushed 3, you're crushed 2. I think you must go. I want to cover all my bases. Is that a hunter? Bye. Nice. Wigglytuff. Oh, jeez. There. Wigglytuff. It's tackled too. I prefer Wheezing. Another Jinx. Ooh. Dramatic hallway. Dratini. I'm not expecting a lot from Dratini. Yep, tackle 1. Goodbye. Oh, another one of these. Phew. Vulpix. I guess I can get rid of Scyther, maybe. I need a Vulpix. Whiny ass cry. Bye, Scyther. There, I have one of each power. Nice. I am very, 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 very thankful that this castle has proved to be very straightforward. Nothing like, ooh, which room was I in? I'm lost. Oh, jeez. Okay. Oh. Oh no. What is this? Oh, is it? Oh, is it a sliding puzzle? It's a freaking sliding puzzle. Oh, really? Okay, are you done? Are you done now? Are you done? Okay. Okay. Okay, it's not quite a sliding puzzle. No, it's not. It's not a sliding puzzle. Okay. And what's the point of these? What's the point of those spikes? I don't get it. Oh my goodness. There it is. There it is. Oh my goodness, there it is. The myth, the legend. Hey guys, did you know? Ah! I'm... Don't resist, Vaporeon. I'm trying to convey my feelings to you. Do not resist. Shepik says, that gave me deja vu of something I did in my first RPG Maker game. And Shepik says, did you know in terms of... Scrappy says, real original joke there. I'm laughing incredibly hard right now. Ahaha. Scrappy says, also that color looks so minty. I want like shiny Vaporeon chewing gum now. Shrek says, I like how he charged at you at the moment you created that copy pasta, like that's what upset him. Yeah, I understand. I understand. It's very understandable. Too bad, it has to deal with my bullshit now. I have the feeling, I'm not sure, okay, so it might be hyperbole, but I have the current feeling. I feel that ever since this game came out, it's been a long time, I think, since somebody played this game. Maybe. My point is, I feel like I'm the first person to reference the copy pasta inside of that room with this specific Vaporeon. I don't know why, I have a very, very good feeling that I'm the first one. Because, I don't know, it seems like a very specific case. Who else plays Pokemon Ranger Shadows of Almia in the year of our Dark Lord 2023? Yeah, sorry about that. I'm baby. And my duty as baby is to be baby. Oh my goodness. Are you Fire 4? Are you the Fire 4 I've been looking for? Oh. Oh boy. Holy shit, that was awesome. Shovik says, you're probably right, though I'm not sure it means anything. I know. just I guess just a fun fact. I guess maybe it's not a fact. It's a supposition. It's my hypothesis that because nobody has played this game in so long, I feel like the first one to reference it in a very long time. No, not the first one to reference the meme. The first one to reference it specifically while playing this game. Maybe. Whoa. Careful. I guess I need to go back to the main room with the ice, right? Yeah, I don't know what the point of this room with the slippery floor is. I thought it would be like a sliding puzzle, but nope. Who farted? Alright, do your thing. Shabik says, it's still a pretty recent meme, so there's a good chance you're the first to quote it while playing this game in general. I'd like to think so, yeah. I'm going to coin that. Unless somebody can prove evidence. Oh. Unless somebody has evidence that somebody else played this game up to this point and then referenced the copy pasta, I'm going to call myself the first person to reference it at all. Not even just streaming it, just at all. But then again, it would be very difficult to prove in any other context that is not streaming that you referenced it. There's a non-zero chance, but still. I like to think of that. Whoa. Whoa! Okay, where am I supposed to go? Okay, this way, this way. Maybe. Glalie. Oh my gosh. Stop moving. Well. Come on. Stop moving. There we go, you oversized piece of ice. Crush 3. I'm gonna keep up on my snow because that's the fun one. Where am I? Jeez, Scyther. Slippery. Wall rain. Oh boy. Wall rain. Oh, sorry. My bad. Almost? 3? What do you mean 3? What was that? 3 exclamation points. I like Wall Rain, but I think I like Abomas no more at the moment. Oh wait, no, never mind. Why do I have 2 Haunters? I don't even know. Oh no. Okay, am I gonna need to light another torch? I'll come back for one if I need to. Hey, what do you think of our boss? Do you think we... What? Hey, what do you think of our boss? Do you think we did alright with ice? Personally, I'm totally cool with ice. You know how Lavanna blows up in a rage for no reason. And heat is a pain to cheer up if and when he gets depressed. Is that right? I'd sooner have Lavanna as my boss. She's so passionate. Like a volcano she is. Most of all, out of all 3 bosses, she's the only lady. Yeah, but none of it really matters. Those 3 are the big boss favorites. They can do no wrong. As long as they're around, it'll be tough for us to get promoted. So true. So very true. So true, bestie. Yes. What rankles me is how we don't even rate a proper name. Is it too much to ask for admin A and admin B or something? Hi. Oh no, a ranger heard our backstage chatting. This is just humiliating. We'll make the rangers forget. Commanding out C-Dot. I'll charge C-Dot. Right here? In this freezing? Okay. C-Dot it is. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, it's time. Oh boy. Whoa. Wow! Starbix said meta. Two, 4, 6, 8. Everything feels meaningless. Do you have a name, Rick? Why couldn't I get a cool name like that? What? Wait, what? What's that supposed to mean? Okay. Site 3. Huh. Ooh, big hall. Martini. Raichu. Nothing here. What is this room for? Shrek says, I was expecting a bunch of ice/cold puns after that guy said he was cool with ice. I didn't even notice the puns. Oh, yep, I need Bullpix. 2 of them actually. Can I do 1 at a time? Because I don't want to waste my slots with 2 Bullpix. I'm starting to feel I don't actually need Hunter. You know what? Let's save up. Let's save on time. I'm just gonna get both. Bye. So I'm looking for Psi Power 3, right? I'm guessing that's behind that door. I do appreciate this game being so very straightforward and linear with its path. Not many people appreciate that, but I do. Instead of having me circling uselessly, I like just being like, yeah, I just need to follow the path and do the things. Ooh. Uh-oh. Yep. Oops. Well, that was bad. There we go. Miss Magius, Psi Power 3. Oh, what? Ice statue. The dots in this statue make me very sus. But it's burn 5, which does not exist. So, not for now. Oh wait, is there anything fun in the shelves? It's been broken, then covered in ice. There's nothing inside. Well, that was totally worth it. That was absolutely worth it. Laser. Who sets up those doors? Oh no. Oh boy. I'm scared. Eep. There's nothing here. Okay, it's just being very careful, I guess. Galele, Riolu! Oh my gosh, I know who's gonna love you. I need to take you with me. I think I'll adopt it and take it with me. He's a spunky little fellow, though. Very energetic. Sharvik says puppy. Alright, cool. I'm taking you with me. Glalie 3. I don't think I need one. I already have one crush. And I'm not telling who it is. Okay, I'm gonna go to the right. Oh boy. I puckered. I almost fell. Another Riolu. I'm thinking they're gonna ask for a bull pick, so I'm just gonna take one just in case. Norami, hi, hello. Norami says, Rick. What? It's an ice-covered closet. Does it hold someone's cherished dresses? Yeah, but they are frozen now. Okay, ready? Ah! Oh no! Oh, so this is where I end up. Okay. Well, it saved me time, actually. Because now I can just go straight up. And then... maybe this way. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. Excellent. What was this? Oh, I think it's the same path. Okay. Remy says, why is there a bloated Pokemon? Bloated? Who's this douchebag? Oh no, there's two Riolu statues. I heard someone come in. My guess is a little kid playing Ranger while slipping and sliding around the icy floor. Bingo, eh? sorry, don't get angry. Chill, alright? My name's Ice. Really? I was just joking. I know you're a top ranger. Your name is, Rick Noob. Oh, there's no noob at the end? I guess that's true. There wouldn't be. Sorry. Chill. You're after something blue, aren't you? I know all about that. One of my guys happened to overhear that voicemail you got in Shiver Camp. He tells me the voicemail was ridiculously loud. So, what do you say? Want to team up with me? Well, you're twirling your styler. I'll scoot in and grab that blue thing. Don't worry, you'll get your share. I'll buy you an ice cream soda. Ooh. That's blue. Just like you want. Not interested? Well, you're limiting my options. This is all I can do for now. Eh? Oh, Frostlass. I'm scared. I'm not even at full health. Okay, fuck you. You're gonna get the hammer. Maybe. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Can I get the hammer? Okay, cool. Very cool. Okay, don't do that. Shit! I ruined it! Oh no. Damn it, almost. Got it. Shark says, Abomas no isn't fat, he's coniferous. Remy says, motherfucker, did he just... Scrappy says, now here comes the Frostlass. Shark says, there's the Frostlass I was expecting earlier. That one was not too bad. Oh yeah, okay. You're better than I expected. I'll try not to be so careless the next time we meet. Oh yeah, that blue thing you wanted? I'm washing my hands off that. Well, that's not quite right. It doesn't appear as if I even need to go through the bother of getting it. The Pokemon guarding that blue thing is probably too much for you. It may be impossible for me too, but it's even more impossible for you. Hey, it won't cost you anything to try, but I say you're wasting your time. Alright, Rick Noob, I'll see you around. Ice, we found it! That Pokemon we've been looking for! Even luckier, we found 2 of them together. Wait, you're not Ice? What's a ranger doing here? What I just said is all one big lie. I wasn't looking for any blue Pokemon, and I sure didn't find 2 of them. The opposing real statues are protected by the blue being. Something is agitating in the Riolu. Would you like to use the Riolu's power? Okay, it's not enough. I need 2 of them. Fuck. Johan says, I'm back. You winning, Weasel? Maybe. Shark says, I only noticed a week or 2 ago that Frostlass's head is her actual body, and she's basically a small Glalie with kimono-looking limbs. Ah. Alright, I got 2 of them. By the power of bringing 2 of them... There's a reference for you. Jeez, okay. Alright, who can tell me the reference? I wish I could give, like, awards to people who do things I say. Do your thing. Thanks, Riolu. Oh no, I need one of those. Oh well. Voicemail, voicemail. Rick, you're in Almia Castle now, aren't you? We're getting indications that a tough Pokemon is ahead of you. Are you ready for it? Okay. Well, first of all, I'm nervous. And second... You know what? There you go. There was another reference for you. I'm sorry, I'm full of obscure references that nobody gets. So sorry. But yes, I'm ready. Oh jeez. Lucario? Oh yeah, Lucario was a big deal back then. Oh no, he's Naruto running. Too fast. Spin. Okay. Lucario. Furry bait. Okay, this one is gonna be annoying, I can tell. I must be really freaking careful. Okay. That is me not being careful. I need to slow him down. Jeez. I need to be really careful. He's electrified. Jeez. This song. What is this song? I should have brought healing. Stay still, please. This annoying thing. Oh, oof! Oofies! Big ooferinos! Oh, fuck me! Almost? 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 Stay still, please! Jeez, that was close. Please stay still, please. There we go. Scrappy says, I'll tell you one thing. Throw me the most basic reference that everyone knows and I probably won't know what it is at all. I'm that bad with that kind of stuff. Shrebek says, I paraphrased a line from Dazed and Confused earlier today. I'll give you my two references. The first one, well, I don't remember what the... Oh yeah, okay, so the one of by the power of buying two of them. Well, bringing. The actual line is by the power of buying two of them. It's from the YouTube channel Technology Connections. Mm. That guy always has one. That guy always has one for like showing and another one for disassembling. uh, Also, Scrappy said, never realized how odd Lucario looks. He doesn't even have a nose, just sort of a weird knob for a snout or something. You know the other weird thing? He has his mouth at the end of the muzzle, which just makes him look like those weird, like deformed wolves from like I don't remember what was that cursed like CGI animation movie that had like the weird wolves with the mouths in front of their snoots. Um, I'm trying to remember those. What were those from? Does anyone remember the ones that had like weird like muzzles? I can't remember. Stravik said Lucario's modern no, sorry, I don't know why I read that. Stravik says Lucario's fighting style appears to be Riolu on crack plus rapid fire Hadoken. Stravik says I wish Lucario was as good in Ultimate as he was in Brawl. Oh, oof. Scrappy says, "Oh my god, I watch him. How did I not get that?" Scrappy says, "Going to bash my head in a wall, BRB." Okay. Shark says, "I keep forgetting about that because most of the art I see of him gives him a proper canid muzzle." Yeah, but like his mouth just kind of does that. It's kind of funny, honestly. I don't remember what the other reference I made was. I forgot now. Damn, that's a lot of experience. Am I worthy? The Lucario decided to entrust Rick with the blue gem. I'm worthy. You obtained the blue gem. Oh, that restored my power. And mission clear. Ooh, is that a teleport? Scrappy says, literally, I have no idea how I missed that. I watched Technology Connections. He's such a good channel. I did not expect to hear you mention him whatsoever. Yeah, sorry. I guess the reference was simply not connected to everything else. So that says, through the magic of buying two of them, or whatever he says. Yeah, that. So I misquoted, but still, you know. Also, hi Zar, hello. You know what? You knew what I was trying to reference. This is what the reference. Zar says, hey, I guess I don't have anything else in this castle. Spin. Shavik says, well, in my case, I was criticizing the prices of video games. They get higher, I stay the same wage. Well, yeah, I would say that about pretty much everything. I don't make enough money. Zar. Oh, Zar got the Dum Dum. Zar says, do you still have any of these? Yes. What would be the flavor you're picking? There's a document. You know. Voicemail. It's me, Rick, you did it. Professor Hastings is waiting at the Union. You need to hurry back. Well, yeah, but I was gonna take this path. You know what? Better idea. I'm gonna grab a Staraptor, and then I'll see where the right path takes me. Zora says, ah shit, let me see, give me a sec to find it. And Stryback says, here's what he has for reference, and then link the document, thank you. It's not updated. I'm so sorry about that, I still haven't done it, but those flavors, I think I have one of those. Zora says lemon lime. Okay, thank you. Zara says, here you are sick. Why did I say Zik? Like Z-I-C-K. Yes, I'm sick. Just a little. Bleh. Bleh. Oh, right, I need an Empoleon. Also, pretty much everybody at the office is sick. So just be on your guards, people. Shrebek says, Zik White Chest. Zara says, who's Zik? Why are you him? Scrappy says, Zik Ziesel. Well, I'm still stressing out my throat. Especially if I do stuff like that. So maybe I'll like finish up when I get back to the base. Okay, there's this entrance here. I think that the how to get there is through. Yep, I see it. I see it. I see it. Okay. What's here? There's something here. Zora says, ah fuck, I don't got any face masks. It's fine. Get wrecked. What is here? There's nothing here. Did I just get bamboozled? I think I just got bamboozled. There's nothing here. Oh wow, I wonder if this is like post-game location. I got bamboozled. Bamboozled? Bamboozled. I'm still gonna take the path. Ah! Whee! Whee! Hey. I think I'm done. I'm done in this area. I guess I'll just fly back to the Union. Strayback says, you know, it makes a bit of sense that fire or electric Pokemon could survive in a cold place like this. Their typing probably keeps their body heat at comfortable levels. Scrappy says, Zik Ziesel zealously zipped and zoomed by the 70 Zix zebras named Zachary. Oh jeez. Scrappy says, why did I do that? Oh my goodness. Oh no. Sorry, I'm looking at something outside of the stream, and I'm just baffled by it. That's not gonna go. That's not gonna go through. Okay, so yeah, usually when I stream, I'm just like, you know, just in the game. But these days, I've been like putting on TV on the side because I need to check for something. Remember last Thursday when I was waiting for a thing to happen and that did not happen? It was I was actually waiting for a TV show. So it's in the background, like I'm not really watching it. It just kind of happened. It just kind of happened, and apparently I got Shark Tank in the background, and somebody just showed up with scented slime. You know, it's just slime. You know, slime that is just like pretty much just like a sensory fidgety toy thing. They came with like scented slime. So just slime that smells like food. And I'm like, yeah, you're not getting picked. I'm sorry for you. Sorry about that. Strybeck says neopronouns are getting complicated. Scrappy says, oh. Zara says, reminded me of the Mozilla monochrome monodream from a while back. How did it go? The what? Explain? Scrappy says, so that egg still hasn't hatched. Damn. Shavik says, I'm not sure, but he's been reclassified as NeoGalley, so it might need some reworking. Yeah, I'm not a Mostella. I'm NeoGalley. Scrappy says, we watch Shark Tank every now and then in my economics class for 12th grade. It was fun. I'm gonna be really honest. This show stresses me the fuck out. Because I think I just kind of put myself in the place of whoever's like presenting a product too much. And my fear of rejection just makes me anxious as all shit. Because I know that they don't just show like products that actually do make it and are picked. They actually show the ones that are rejected as well. So they go like some rejected, some like actually taken up. It just stresses the fuck out of me. So I'm like, oh honey, you can't show up with scented slime. Like, you can't eat this. It's a fidget toy. It's a very niche fidget toy. I'm not. Oop. I got. Okay, Staraptor. I'm paying attention. I'm paying attention. Sorry. Jeez. And I'm like, yeah, it's like, it's extremely niche. I personally don't like slime. I don't get it. It's not my thing. And I feel like the audience for slime is not gonna go for artisanal slime that smells like really pretty. Like, how do you make that sustainable? Sorry, why am I getting distracted with this? What the hell? Welcome back, dear. Is your face all red from frostbite? You poor dear. It must have been terribly cold. Well, you should have sent me with, like, pants instead of shorts. Is that the blue gem? You've done well. Good job. You certainly earned a commendation for this achievement. Rick, I'm raising your ranger's rank to 6. Just that? Is that all I'm getting? Scrappy says, oh yeah, it's stressful AF too, but kind of fun sometimes. Scrappy says, I get that same rejection fear every now and then for various things. I totally relate, lol. Scrappy says, same, the whole slime and pop trend thing is just kind of plain. I hate to use this word, but all I can think of calling it is kind of cringy. No offense to any of you here if you happen to enjoy slime/pop fidget, by the way, nothing personal. Zara says, I've always wondered what happens with slime. Does it go bad? What do you do with it? There's too much slime in the world. I do wonder where it goes. Like, do people just throw it out? Also, have you noticed how like stuff like Elmer's glue and stuff now, like, they learned that people use their glue to make slime? So now they just super lean on it and now actually sell like slime making kits. It's weird. It's super weird. Scrappy says Virgin fidget slime for relaxing ASMR ADHD autism versus the Chad Aaron's crazy thinking buddy. But I guess if anybody wants to see what I'm talking about, I guess tune into freaking ABC or something at the moment. I'm not sure if TV is the same all around the US, but it should be on ABC, like right now. Which makes no sense if you watch this in VOD. Sorry about that. Just look up the episode that has this, the scented slime, I guess. I'm not even gonna spoil myself. I'm not even gonna spoil myself and see if this made it. Zara says, at Scrappy, reading this doesn't spark kosher. Okay, now... Oh, power charge can be ready for short time. Okay. You must be wrung out today, dear. Would you like to rest? No. Tell me whenever you like to rest, dear. I need to see if people need me. People need me! Pule Town, Shiver Camp, Hia Valley. Wait, Chingling? I remember a Chingling. Scrappy says, wait, shit, did I fuck up? No, you're fine. Shrevek says, I don't know about slime, but I do enjoy having something pliable like clay or wax between my fingers. I don't like that myself. I find it to be too messy. It's I'm not a fan. You should have given me another spot. Why didn't you give me another spot? Crap. I wanted to have another Pokemon spot. Shiver Camp. I'm curious. But I just went there. I don't want to go back there. I guess Pule Town it is. I may just end this though, because my voice is getting strained. I feel like if your throat is weird and scratchy and feels dusty, probably shouldn't be talking too much. Scrappy says, I swear I hear a lot of people mention this whole pulling dried glue off your hands or whatever thing and that people are nostalgic for it. Meanwhile, I'm just confused as hell. I never did that thing. I like doing that. I like doing that actually. Not on purpose, but if I use glue and it got, you know, on my fingies. Yes, I did. Have you ever pulled, yeah, if you pull glue off your paw pads, it's a sensation. Also on your claws, that's fun too. Scrappy says, when it comes to things we all did as kids stuff, half of it I can relate to, and the other half is just like, what the fuck? Shrek says, in my case, it might be an autism thing. Shrek says, though, as Temple Grandin says, if you've seen one person on the spectrum, you've only seen one. Eh? Zora says, I can recently attest to the satisfaction of regaining sensitivity and softness in fingers after fucking up with super glue. Okay, I don't want to fuck around with super glue though, because that's annoying. And painful. Scrappy says, reminds me at Strybeck, reminds me of how I used to think Shirley Temple and Temple Grandin were the same person. I was such a dumb child, Limao. You're not alone. I've also had my share of confusion and delay. Who am I looking for? Well, sorry. Magby, sorry. What did they look like again? A lady. What lady? Scruppy says Magby's head looks like the nastiest tumor you ever heard of. I mean, it's a pre-evolution of Booby. Boober. So, you know. I think I'm looking in the wrong side. I wish this was more specific. Also, I like how Elekid in the anime goes pee 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 pee. Oh, hello. Excuse me, but have you ever heard the cry of a Chingling? I thought Chingling were Pokemon that don't cry. But I was mistaken. Our Chingling has been alone for so long it has forgotten to use its voice. Please, will you hear my request? I would like to introduce a wild Chingling to our Chingling as a friend. Could you please help us? I heard there's a Chingling living deep in Krista Cave, which leads to Hia Valley. I hope you can help us. I remember that one. I just passed it on last stream. Oh, I was looking away and I get assaulted by yet another Magby. Shark says BBB, BB. Scrappy just did the face, you know the one. The face. Hey, would you like to know? Oh my gosh. Yeah, okay, sorry, Shark Tank is still going. I'm like, maybe I should just finish the stream so I can watch this. Apparently one of their success stories is for a genetic lab for testing your cat on, like, you know, I guess their genealogy. the breed and like I guess illnesses. I don't know. Genetic stuff for your cat. People are weird. People are weird. Cat people are weird. Sharbeck says, I like the Elekid line. I even like Electivire. Same actually. Actually, if anybody remembers Pokemon Battle Revolution, there was this guy that had like an Electivire outfit, and I was so jealous of it. Hold on, let me bring it up. This guy. That was fast, I know, but yeah, this guy. Look at his outfit. That's like it. How do you manage to look cool and dorky at the same time? Also, those boots are just yes, absolutely. So yeah, I would wear this. Fuck it, I would wear this 100%. I want those pants. I want that tank top. I want this. I want to show up at a con wearing this. Maybe I can make it. I don't know. Scrappy says they should have made a Chingling alarm clock. Would be a cute little thing. Yeah. Strybeck sent Strybeck sent a what? Rick emote. Scrappy says, speaking of God, there's so many animals I want as a pet that people would be like, but they are wild! Exclamation point, 1. Shavik says, I can see how that could be useful, but I don't think most of its consumer base would understand it. Scrappy says, cool and dorky. Cookie? 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 Like 3 different ways of writing that. Scrappy says, also those boots are Zara says, they're cool. Yeah, I get that. But yeah, I want those boots. I really want them. I always liked Voldon's outfit. Scrappy says cookie and cookie aren't the same though. Yeah, one is, a round thing that you can eat. It's often like chocolate chip or snickerdoodle. I like those. And cookie with K's, I guess that's like silly, weird, something like that. Shark says, I think I missed part of our conversation. What's the connection between exotic pets and God? I don't know. Scrappy, I mean, remember the way Scrappy wrote it. He said, speaking of, period, God, there's so many animals I want as a pet that people would be like, but they're wild. Yeah, that's what he said. I may have voiced it wrong. I'm sorry about that. Schreibeck says, quirky. Yeah, that. Scrappy says, I just use God as a kind of expression like, oh my God. But yeah. I think I'm gonna leave the quests for later. I need to rest my throat, honestly. This is a little bit too much. I think it's a raptor though. Just so I can remember where I'm going. Perepoo. Shark says, but in like a weirder than usual way. Like, 1, my mouth is dry. 2, my throat is dusty. Wow, that's like the first time I get hit by that. Oh, that's an actually good idea. Says Rick, still distracted by Shark Tank. Yeah, I'm just ending the stream. I'm sorry. Shingling. That's in the camp. I think it might be easier to get to Shiver Camp and then the cave. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the easier way, because then I would have to go through the waterways. So I'm just gonna put myself back in the cave, and it's fun, isn't it? I started the game in the cave today. I started the stream in the cave. I'm ending the stream in the cave. This time, it's harder because we don't have a camera up. Alright, back in the same spot where I started. This time we only have an Abomas now. I hope he is warm. Scrappy says we gotta get a fire hose and wash all the throat dust. How do you know? Okay, it's because the Shark Tank episode is actually like the current thing is actually about a fire hose. You're either also watching it or you have some weird provenance. Are you like psychically linked? That's interesting. But yeah, the current thing they're pitching is like a home kit against fires, but like a fire hose, like a home fire hose. Huh. Scrappy says Lemao. Shavik says good night, Zik. Get a drink for your throat and some rest for the rest of your body. I need to rest. I really need to go to bed at a decent time. I think that's one of the problems of why I haven't recovered, because I sleep so little. But then it's so hard to go to sleep at a decent hour. I've been drinking, but that doesn't like get the dust off my throat. I'm just praying like I'll be better tomorrow, at least. Chip says bye bye Weasel, go rest. Scrappy says I've been sleeping so little as well. My nose is still kinda runny. It's been better than the last 2 days though, thankfully. You know what? I'm going to like lay down. I think laying down is like half sleeping, right? Like if you lay down, you are like resting in a way. So even if I sleep little, if I've been laying down for a few of those hours, that should help. Scrappy says anyway, yes, bye bye Weez, good stream. I hope you get better soon, if not tomorrow. And then 2 happy carrot characters. Zor says rest y'all, please. Okay, yeah, I know. We gotta work tomorrow. Alright, Zar, see you tomorrow at the place. At the office, I guess. Huh. I'll be back tomorrow. I'll stream tomorrow. I'm streaming something of my own. It's a game you've seen. Let's just say we're not done with Pokemon. Sorry, I kinda have to do this. I'm not looking forward to it too much, but I have to. Zar says, see you at the punto. Alright, thank you very much for coming. I need to stop talking. Have a good night, have a good evening, afternoon, day, morning, or whatever you have on the side of the planet. And I'll be seeing you again very soon. Yeah. This was Rick, that Weasel that you know. Signing off for now. Okay. Bye. Bye.